What is up, comic book fans? Thank you so much for coming to hang out with us on the Local Comic Podcast. This is a little bit of a public service announcement that what you're getting ready to watch does and will contain spoilers. We are talking about new releases. We are talking about books that have not been out very long, probably. And so if you are reading any of these series that we're talking about, they'll be listed in the description below. And you do not want spoilers, if you're not caught up, just give us a pause, go read that book, and come back and hang out with us. Otherwise, buckle up and let's talk some comics. What is up, comic book fans? Thank you so much for coming back to join us on the Local Comic Podcast. We are back again with episode 14, and we've got a couple books for you this week, a double release, and we got a double coverage here coming from my guy, as always, my ride or die, Mr. Phil, Mr. Rebel Recess. How you doing, buddy?
Bro, the dogs are going crazy. I don't know what's going on.
It's these new books. It's the new books.
They're hollering for it. I'm doing fantastic. Other than this pollen that got to me. So if I jump off the screen, it's because I'm sneezing my head off somewhere. Golly, it's my kryptonite.
Yeah, the allergy season is in full effect down here in the South. And
Did I just create an awesome character?
What's
a
that?
Superhero, but when the springtime comes, he can't do any superhero because the pollen is his weakness.
He's useless.
He's got to go into dormant. He's got to, yes, we've created a great character right there.
Yeah. He's useless at the height of seasonal allergies.
That's he's done. He can't do anything.
This is that's that. I don't know if we'd call that a superpower. I mean, I guess his superpower is he's like unstoppable any other time.
Yeah, he'd be right, but his weakness is pollen. Springtime comes, that's when all the criminals come out.
Yeah,
and he's done.
They figured it out. They totally figured it out. But yeah, so well, that's awesome, man. I have nothing fun happen this week.
That's a lie. We're back on the Swamp Thing run, are we not?
Yeah, I got a book.
Yeah.
I finally got back to. I stopped chasing books that I didn't need, and started chasing books to finish my Swamp Thing excursion. So one more down. I think that's about 5 to go on this. Not counting House of Secrets 92 or Saga of the Swamp Thing 37. Those two are going to have to just hang for a little bit until some things happen.
They'll be there.
Yeah, they'll be around. They'll just be expensive. So I still may go I think you can get a House of Secrets 92 facsimile like in a 9.8 for like $50. So I might go that route.
Do it now sooner than later because it might shoot up there.
Yeah, so I might do that just to have it on the wall so that when I get that, that 1.5 with the cover intact.
1.5.
At 1.5.
0.5 and it's over or under on how many staples are in it. 0.5. So
I'll get that poor grade, but the cover looks all right. I'm not worried about anything else on the inside, and just to put it on the wall. And so whenever that finds its way, but the rights in the wall will start to fill in. I kind of don't want to put Saga 37 on there, even though it is the first John Constantine. I don't want to put it on there because it's not rights, and that's kind of the whole theme of the whole thing. So
yeah, I guess it wouldn't be right on something like that.
Right, it wouldn't be right, son.
Yeah, that's it.
So yeah. So I don't know. I'm toying with what it's finally going to look like, but I will share with everybody once that happens. But yeah, so ticking away at that, got a pretty good deal on it. Got a Swamp Thing number 8.
Travis, you never have to say you got a pretty good deal on it. You always get a good deal on it.
Yeah,
you don't. If you have it, there was a great deal involved.
Well, I take that as a compliment. Yeah, it was Swamp Thing number 8. Got it in a 9.0 for about $50.
Thievery. So. That's the deal. Stealing from everybody. They let them.
I still don't think I'm gonna top that. What is it? $32 for that.
You nuked the market single-handedly by yourself. Come on.
I'm patient. I'm
Yeah.
patient. I always wait for the
That guy
deal.
clearly did not know what he had.
I know what I got. Nah, it's like I got that. I ended up. I went. I remember. The start of all this was the that signed Star Trek with the new Spock that signed it.
Yeah.
It was like a 9.6 signature series, but it was CBCS. And the guy that was selling it, he was like, "Man, I got
Just
this in.
take
I."
it.
He said, "I got this in a garage sale. You just tell me what you think it's
Just
worth."
take it from me.
I was like, "Okay, sure." Oh, oh, but it was good stuff. He goes, "I'm just trying to get rid of it, man. Whatever you want it, whatever you want it." He said, and he didn't like it was. Yeah, his shop was full of stuff that wasn't comics. Like it was just all kinds of just random odds and ends. He was like, "Yeah, just make me an offer." So I did. And it worked out. And that was the beginning of the uh, slab wins.
And it just keeps going from there.
I did pick up. I don't have them yet; they're on the way. But I did pick up, obviously, the new books this week. Well, I did. Okay, I do have the two new books this week because I had to get those. But I did order other copies, thinking that they might be here before we did the show today. But when they weren't, I went and had to go and find a physical copy. So it's fine. I'll have duplicates, whatever. I don't care. And ended up getting what else came out, man? Batman 158. That nobody bought that, I don't think.
Mm-mm.
Certainly not like 500,000 people bought that.
Yeah.
No chance that happens. But I did get the glowy bat.
I got to get the glowy bat.
Yeah, I got that one, and I didn't get the Godzilla poster, and now I'm afraid I'm gonna miss out, and I'm having some FOMO.
You don't. You can still get it somewhere. There's a new one coming out too. Next
I
one is
know I'm trying to get the set.
now that's what I'm gonna. I didn't even realize it. Now I'm stuck and I gotta go all in and get the whole set.
Yeah, there's
It's gonna be my versus wall.
the Fantastic Four one with him and Thing on it is absolute
Yeah.
perfection.
Because I
But
got that, and then I got the R2 books, and then Ultimate Wolverine 3, which is a
oh
great
yeah,
read. If you're not reading it, you gotta read it.
yes, I
It's a good
know.
one.
Who's writing Ultimate Wolverine?
I don't.
Chris Condon. Chris
Condon
Condon.
and the guy. I just know the art Capuccio or whatever. I keep saying his name
Capuccio,
wrong.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
unreal, dude.
the art is great.
He's the one doing the Spider-Man Godzilla variant for Rebel Base in Charlotte.
Oh, I haven't decided if I'm gonna get that or not yet.
It's not that bad. You can get the set for 40.
Travis. Travis.
Limit the version's limited to 1,000 and the trade is
Oh,
limited to
are they sold
3,000.
out?
I don't think so.
Well, then there you go.
I'm sure they'll have some in store.
Maybe I'm not going all the way to Charlotte.
Why?
Got time for that? This pollen's killing me. I ain't gonna make it.
You're gonna be broke down on the side of the road,
Golly.
looking like something from The Last of Us. Oh my God. Well,
It's not. It's not good.
well, so yeah, well, that's about all I had. We got some cool things happening. Got some, back on the collecting train. That's always fun. Um, you know, good stuff. Any big books on your radar right now? I mean, that you want to share so nobody tries to come in and snipe you.
No,
No,
no.
you're complete. You're content. You're happy with where you're at.
I'm right now. Yes, financially, I'm content. I can't. There's a few, but I'm waiting. I got to hit one of these
I
home
just
run
I just
parlays.
I just asked the comic book collector if he was good.
But
Are
I'm
you
not.
good?
That's the thing. I don't want to. There's so many books. I got so much empty space on the wall. I want my Avengers 57.
I still want that Avengers 25, but now is about the worst time to buy Avengers
Yeah, but Avengers
25.
57 is like tanked since I was wanting to buy it a year ago. It's just a lot cheaper now.
You know what else is tanked?
What?
Or was tanking? It might be on its way back up. I haven't checked it in a little bit, but UF4 is tanked hard
Yeah, that's
over
not
the
good for
last.
me. That's not. That's nice. We're
you
invested in that bad boy.
you bought it. You bought it before. You bought it like in
I
a
didn't buy it
lull.
at its height, but I
No, you
bought
bought
it
it in a
higher
lull.
than what it is now. But it'll shoot back up. Anyway, it's a book that is always going to go up and
Yeah,
down.
yeah, 100%. It just like I just can't believe how
Got to
much it's
know when to
tanked.
buy. I should buy another one right now. Double down,
Probably,
triple down.
probably, triple down.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, guys, we got two books for you this week, and I'm sure that most of you probably know this, but let's go ahead and talk about it. We got Absolute Wonder Woman number 6. Oh, can't wait to talk about that. And we have Absolute Martian Manhunter number 1. And believe it or not, we have some news regarding Absolute Martian Manhunter number 1 in our news segment today as well. So, well, not number 1, but just Absolute Martian Manhunter in general. So, uh, cool stuff happening. Lots of things changing. Lots of neat things happening. I'm excited, but it's not my week for reviews at all. My man's pulling double duty,
Double duty.
but we do have they're like you said earlier. They're pretty straightforward. I think it'd be pretty straightforward reviews here, but
Yeah,
some
if
cool
I
stuff
miss
to dig in.
something, feel free to chime in.
Yeah, no, there's only one thing that I noticed in Manhunter that if you don't bring it up, I'm very happy because it means something I'm
Oh,
bringing to the
now
table
I'm gonna
for
be
this.
upset if I missed it.
All right, so without further ado, let's jump into the rundown. And it didn't work. There it is. Oh, all right, we are
Hey.
here. We are here. Okay, so it didn't work right. Hold on. There we are. All right. Thought it looked a little weird. All right.
That fits the book. Weird is good.
Outside the box. That's exactly
Yes.
that was intentional. We're gonna go back and edit this and pretend like that was all intentional.
Yeah.
So this week we have Absolute Martian Manhunter number 1 by Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez. Dennis Camp, for those of you who are not keeping up, is the ongoing writer for Marvel's The Ultimates, which is really good. And probably I've heard some people say it's Marvel's best book right now. And he's also the writer of that new series from Image. Um, and it's blanking me right now. New Image series. What is it called? It just came out this week, I think. Assorted Crisis Events. Have you heard of this?
I saw it, but I didn't pick it up.
Oh, it looks awesome. It looks awesome, and I think it's going to sell well. I think it's going to be very
My
popular.
my life is an assortment of crisis events. I don't need to read about any more of them. Don't need it.
I see what you did there. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. So I'm not going to dig into this at all, considering this is your baby, and I think you did a good job choosing it. So yeah,
That Flash though.
you could have had Flash, but you got this, and this is a pretty good runner up.
Well,
So
I was because I know I had 2 books. I was like, I wonder which one Travis will put first, and you went with Martian Manhunter first. So, but I'm excited to talk to either one. It didn't matter. I was just curious to see. Anyway, so let's start off with Martian Manhunter. Agent John Jones gets blown up, or we find out he got blown up. He's being checked by a doctor at the start. This it's a good start. But leaves you open to question what happened, whatever. So we see he's getting checked out. Doctor says he's fine, but then there's like a lot of the whole book has some inner monologue. He's talking to himself, asking these questions. Why would someone do this? Why would someone do that? Things like that. We find out he was in an accident. We don't know right away what happened, I guess. He gets checked out. He's cleared, whatever. They said he's good to go back to work. So the agent's good to go work. And then he meets up with his wife. His wife's like, look, man, you were just blown up. We got a little boy at home. You got to come home. And he's like, the FBI doesn't hand out vacations. They say I got to work. I got to work. And then the funny part is the next page. He's in the office and they're like, hey, you need a vacation. So I thought that was funny. Here he says, like, just no vacations. Um, and so he's sitting with them, and during these couple pages, we see what he calls the smoke. And there's the vibrant colors are on the page and everything like that. But he's calling it the smoke the whole time. Um, and then while he's in the office, it shows like regular, and then there's a shot where they're all covered in the smoke or whatever. So they're kind of showing you we don't really know what's going on, but they kind of show you there's something that he's aware of that other people are not, or that he sees or whatever. Um, he convinces them like, look, man, I want to work, and he doesn't take his vacation. So he clearly does not care about his wife and kid whatsoever. You got to take the vacation, dog. But he says, no, I got to work. I got a huge caseload. I'm gonna get behind. I'm Agent John Jones. I can't ruin this. Uh, and then through the internal monologue, we find out that he was in an explosion at a coffee shop. Am I right? It was a coffee shop, right? So he
mm-hmm.
went there because the agents were like, "Hey, don't go back to that coffee shop. Ruined it. I hope he's got another coffee shop because now he can't go get no coffee from there." Um. So yeah, so he's gonna go back on the job, and then we find more about this the smoke because he so what he is the agency he works for is what I'm gonna say this wrong. Stochastic. What is it? Stochastic.
I think it's stochastic.
Stochastic,
It's the
which
stochastic
means
terrorism task.
random. So I
Yeah.
immediately thought of like Minority Report. So he says they find people who do crimes before they do it, and he's got to be a good investigator. And how does he figure this stuff out? So, and I maybe I missed this. So I don't know if this smoke was there before the explosion or after. But he goes to interrogate the woman of the person who the mom, I guess, who blew the dude who blew up the coffee shop, and he can smell the smoke off of her, and you see the smoke, and he absorbs it, and he can picture the dude who did the coffee shop explosion, like as a child. So like he senses something out of it, like a memory or some sort, and he coughs on it. The coffee's like me in the spring. He's choking on it. So obviously that's his power. He's able to use this smoke to absorb some stuff. And then I think they showed a shot, which is if we've seen the picture, the title, or whatever, you see the man. Look, the dog talking again. You see the one-eyed beast or whatever we want to call this guy.
Yep.
And then we see a shot of it like just random on a. It looks like it was supposed to be a chair, but like it was that. It's just this book's weird. There's some weird stuff going on. Also in that process, he we find out Newell or his buddy or whoever another agent calls him Martian, so that's like our tie-in because he's foreign, he's alien, he's distant, whatever. Um, anyway, so he leaves the woman's house, and I may be putting some things together wrong here. He's walking down the street, and that's when things just get crazy. Smoke off everybody. So at first you're thinking maybe he just absorbed the smoke from people near him, like he's trying to do it. Well, it turns out it's kind of like Spidey sense. He's out in the streets. Everyone's got smoke going off. He goes by the police station, there's smoke everywhere. He's coughing on it some more. He doesn't quite know what it is. He said there's a voice that talks to him, and it shows again that head with the eye. He said it's a green voice. He's like, why? I don't know how, but the voice is green. Just as a voice and it's green. So he's talking about that. So we're just it's just set up a lot of questions. Um, you're figuring out what this stuff is. He goes home. He goes sees his son. His son has made like these little figures. It was part of the preview, which made no sense. Now it kind of makes a little bit of sense. He's laying in bed. He the smoke is into him. He doesn't quite know what it is, but he knows it's there. Um, that's pretty much it. I might be missing something towards the end there, but he does the smoke thing, walking around, sniffing it, coughing it, leaves us to wonder how it works. And then towards the end, so this is the part. This is the part we were talking about where it was supposed to be. They call it Manta Vision. There's a
Martian
shot.
vision.
Martian Vision. Well, I Manta Vision. They got you open the page. Did you do this, Travis? Did you do it?
I did. I did.
Okay, so mine has not. So if I have to ever sell my book, I can say has not been touched by light yet. You put the pick the page on the light, and then it shows the vision
Mm-hmm.
of the other side of it. Whatever, I don't even know what it is actually.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. Did I miss anything here at the end?
There was a little bit of the in the middle there where he goes back home after talking to the mom. He goes back
Right,
home, talks to his wife, goes to see his son, and he's talking to his son, and his son's making these little clay figures,
right.
and he was like, "Oh, he said, oh, that's really good. It looks great. That's you and mom. Where's dad?" And he points over to his thing, and it's literally
It's that
the
the
it's the
Martian or
it's
the
the
one-eyed
man. It's
man.
yeah, right. Who
So the
yeah.
sun sees it. So maybe the sun sees. Maybe he don't see smoke. Maybe he sees aliens.
Yeah, could be.
See
But from what I understand, it says it here. It says when the other side is kind of talking to him, it says it's thought smoke,
yes,
idea
and
smoke, or thought smoke, or
well,
something
and
like that.
then I forgot what that page. The next page was of that image, that thing, and then but it was backwards. You had to read it backwards, and it
Mm-hmm.
says we are mind, and then it was blanked out. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to say mind hunter. So like
Mm-hmm.
we have man hunter, but mind hunter. So I think that's kind of a play on like what he's able. He reads minds. He sniffs them. He
Yeah.
sniffs the
Could
minds.
could be could be mind effort too.
I mean, it could be. I was trying to just stay with what they already had, but if you want to go that
It
route,
is
go ahead.
blinked out. It is blinked
Um,
out.
so it's just a very trippy book. The colors are cool; they pop. Um, but there's a lot. There's a lot we don't know.
Oh, it's all questions. It's all
Yeah, it's
questions. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
what are we gonna find out?
So I had one little neat little thing.
Yeah, I missed it.
Okay.
I know it.
Yeah. So the reason I mentioned him going back home is because that's where this happened. So there's a scene where him and his wife are laying in bed, And when they're laying in bed, there is a book on her bedside table,
Oh,
and it's called The Man Who Was Thursday. And I know that these creators don't do anything by accident. That's there
no.
for a reason. So I looked it up. The Man Who Was Thursday is a book by G.K. Chesterton from when was it created? 1908. And it's set in Victorian era London, and it is a almost surrealist detective thriller mystery. And I can't help but wonder if there's going to be some corollary between that book and this book, or at least some friendly creative liberty taken. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
so
Well, no. So
right,
that's definitely the path we're on because he's investigating the dude who did the coffee shop, and that's going to unfold a whole bunch of other things. I would assume. But that's good to know. That's definitely
yeah,
what they're going for. That like type of mystery thriller.
yep, and apparently the idea is that I've just read a synopsis. I haven't read this at all. I don't know anything about it. I just thought it was interesting. But apparently it's kind of a weird dream kind of thing, and one of those kind of things. So uh yeah, but it's this kind of a surrealist theory spy thriller kind of thing. So sounds pretty cool. Sounds also kind of pretty close to what we're getting into right now,
Yeah.
which is neat. You can start, and maybe that's just a shout out to kind of what inspired them to go this way with this book. And if that's the case, then that's awesome. I love that kind of stuff. So nothing that really adds to the story or anything, but something that I thought was neat. And like I said, nothing's ever there by accident. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, there was a scene he went and got checked out again by another doctor, and he was reading that doctor's thoughts,
Right.
and so that was the thing I probably found the most intriguing here is we don't know kind of the nature of this kind of relationship between these two. Like, is it all just one person? Well, it's
Well,
not all just one
but
person,
didn't you
right?
get the idea? Like he didn't know what it was, right? Like
Yes,
he's
yes.
not aware of what it is.
Right.
It's
He's
something
just
foreign.
he's not sure about it, and because it doesn't tell him, what does it say? I have it here somewhere. Uh, when he tells him, oh yeah, he plays back the conversation with his wife. He says, "The building you were exploded in was a miracle. You survived it all," and the voice says, "Not a miracle. Me, us."
Right.
Mind, hunt, kill, save, redeem, healer. Now you through the smoke. Remember, look, and that's the end of the book. Mostly outside for the Martian Vision thing, but like basically it just shows that this thing saved him somehow, whether it was in him to begin with or it found him. Either way, it saved him somehow. But I do love the take on the mind reading stuff and the memory reading stuff. The kind
Hmm.
of I think it's pretty interesting. I don't know. I can't remember if it's ever been done quite like this with Martian Manhunter. I know there's always been some kind of telepathic stuff there, but I don't know if it's ever. It certainly I don't think has ever been done quite like this. So exciting, fresh,
Yeah.
new,
So I have to
fun.
say I've never read Martian Manhunter, so a lot of the stuff will be new. I mean, I know who he is as a character from movies and shows, whatever, but nothing deep.
Right.
Um, but I enjoyed this. Like you said, like possibly that thriller thing. We'll get to see what happens. Obviously, the bombing is tied to something. He's a part of a lot of other things, and he's got this smoke, and he's using it to his advantage. But there's got to be a weakness at some point as well. So
It feels so Constantine too, though, doesn't it?
it
Like,
does, and he even has the look. I mean, it's just the
yeah,
skinny tie and the
yeah,
suit. Like it's
yeah.
just
It's so hard for me to not see that.
yeah.
It really is. Yeah, but it's
And then
not.
dealing with his wife, he's gonna start smoking. Probably, I don't
Yeah,
know.
he smokes all the time. Like, you know what I'm
He's
saying? Like smoking everywhere. I
he is
love that.
not a family man. That was I
that
just kept sticking on that the whole time. Like he's not a family man.
I loved uh I love the thing where you said where's all this smoke coming from, because you start to see it, but
Right.
then he walks outside with his wife and everybody outside is smoking.
It's
Everybody,
so, and we're not
every
doing it
per
justice. Like you definitely have to get the book, but it's just. The art is great. The covers
Yeah,
are awesome.
like
It's
even
like
even
it's psychedelic. It almost makes you think like I'm like on
even
some.
even in the not psychedelic frames though, I love the style. It looks so
Yeah,
good. It looks so good. It very much looks like an indie book. It does,
it does.
and that's not something that that I think Marvel and DC has done very well over the years. Is kind of grab that kind of indie book style because it's almost like, look, we're all about making money here, right? Like we want to make money. That's the thing, right? So to take a risk and try to do something outside the box with a major character, and this is a major character. This is a major undertaking for their new line. It's the fifth series, so to go out there and say, all right, let's just do whatever we want with it. Let's make it crazy. And um, these books sell. This is why there's such a big indie market. This is why Image and Boom and Distillery and all these other publishers do such great things is because they're willing to take these risks. And now DC is saying, all right, we'll do it. Let's do it.
Well, I think it works too with like Martian Manhunter's not a huge character. He's not like
Sure.
top tier, so you can be a little more creative and do something different. And I
Right.
like it. I don't know if you can do this with Batman, but I mean,
Not
this
for I
is
don't think for an entire series. I don't think
yeah,
so. You
no.
could do it for an
So
arc.
right. So I'm digging it. I'm into it. I'm excited for number two.
Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks awesome. I loved it. I had lots of questions, but for me, worth the wait. So great start, great start, and
Oh, and I don't think I'm gonna mention it. I don't think it was in Wonder Woman, so I'm gonna mention this one. This book also had the Green Lantern preview, so that's in there. That might be your cameo first appearance there.
did you read
Um,
it?
I did read it. I didn't miss it.
Okay, good,
No.
good, good. I didn't read it.
Oh, you didn't read the preview? Oh,
No,
then won't talk about it then.
no. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, it's
I
a
know it's
guy.
there.
Yeah, well, guy goes. We don't know who. Guy goes to like a restaurant, a diner, or something, and there's a news thing, and they're like, "Hey, this is real, unedited footage. This is real. What's going on?" And people are like, "What's going on here? What's on the news?" And then it shows what's on the news, and it's the big giant Green Lantern logo landed on some grandma probably in the middle of the city, just there, and people are around it. Like, what is this? That's it. That was it. That was pretty-
It's just it's
I
just a
know
giant.
grandma was underneath the dog. I know it.
She's done. She's
Someone's done.
cooked. She's cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't read it, and the reason I didn't read it is because I just kind of just want to go in without seeing anything.
Well, I just
So
ruined it for you, so.
no, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. I don't care. But yeah, that was why I didn't read it. I was just like, I'll just wait. I'll just
There's
wait.
again just questions, no answers.
Yeah, kind of like the Flash
Don't even know
preview.
who the guy is in the coat. Don't even know who
Yeah.
that is. I don't think it said the name. uh,
Good
so
stuff.
I think Travis is frozen. Am I frozen?
All right, we are now back. Oh my gosh, we've had some weird internet stuff. My internet almost never goes down. It is so stable, and now it's just. Ugh. But anyway, so that was pretty much it for Martian Manhunter #1. Great start, great jump off and some cool news coming off the back of that. But let's get to the other one from this week, Absolute Wonder Woman #6. And before we jump into this, this was so cool. This was an awesome issue for me, and I absolutely loved it. So I'm excited to hear your take on it, your review on it. I This was so cool, and the art, this guest artist for this 2 issues. Am I wrong? And I really loved the art from the first 5 issues. But my God, am I wrong for wanting more of this? Because this was one of the most beautiful books I've read in so long. I
I
loved it.
I like it, but I think I like. Oh no, I like it in general. But going forward, I think I like it because these two arcs are taking place in different areas, times, whatever. So I
Sure.
still like when we go back to where we were at. I wouldn't mind that artwork back.
Yeah,
But for the new arc for this, I'm all into it.
dude.
It's great. It's almost like you can touch it.
Yes,
It's got
it's a depth thing. Like
yeah.
there's a lot of blur being used in the background, and it makes everything feel so three-dimensional when you're reading it. And it was just everything felt big and it just I don't know. It was awesome. So anyway, by all means, sir, take it away. Absolute Wonder Woman #6. rock and roll.
Well, so we just ended episode absolute Wonder Woman #5 by defeating the Beast, and then being taken to hell. I would assume is where it was at. It was like a Sam Raimi film. She got, and she gets there, and it's none other than Hades is there. She's standing there. He's got
It's
like a
not.
little.
It's not Doctor Manhattan.
No, it's not. Hey, look at that. Omni Man, Dr. Manhattan, they all making things over here. They got he's got like a little minion guy or whatever, and he's like, "Hey, you didn't like take her weapons away?" And she's like, "She don't have no weapons." He's like, "Dude, she is a weapon. Everything she has is a weapon. Take it off of her." So then he has her take it off, and then she tries to be like smart with her little magic bag, and she's got a sword in it. So she obviously her banter with him, she knows who he is. He knows who
she
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 is.
was pulling stuff out of there like Merlin
Yeah, it
on the Sword
was
and the Stone.
yeah. That's what. There's a lot of that in this. There's a lot of that in this. So eventually she's down to nothing, basically. But then the main point of this whole story is basically about the lasso of truth. Or is we calling it the lasso of truth still? Is that what we're calling it?
Well, she's got 3 lassos.
Well, okay. So she's got the a lasso, whichever one. He's like, hey, give me that lasso, and then his little minion guy grabs it, and like I don't know what happens to him, but it's nothing good. And she's like, no
It
one
don't
else
look.
can. It
It
don't
doesn't
look
look
good.
pleasant.
No, and she's like, no one else can use these epic weapons because that's the whole point of creating it. We created it so only we could use it, or I could use it. The Nemesis lasso. I think you already have it there. Um, and so no one else could touch it but her, basically. And so he asked her about it, and so she tells the story of Mount Prometheus, which is so cool. So we get like a little flashback, and she goes, she's climbing this mountain, and she's having a little dialogue going, talk about how, of course, it would be named Mount Prometheus because he's chained to it. So she gets over the top of it, and there's a giant man, Prometheus. He is stuck on the mountain. He's just there, just hanging out, and he can't even scratch his nose. It's so bad. Um,
Especially right now with the pollen.
the pollen's so bad. It's just, but it's raining on him. He's shirtless. He ain't got nothing. But she's come to him to free him, not long term because Zeus has put him there, but she can temporarily free him. And of course, they're having a little talk back and forth. Um, and she comes to ask for a gift. Prometheus responds with, "I know your future, just like your mother. I'm going to give you these gifts because I know they're going to the right place. But only will I give you what you want. I will have an extra gift for you." And she's asking for his blood. And that's why we're telling the story because this is how Hades asked her, "How'd you create this lasso?" And the main part was she needed the blood or the flesh of Prometheus. So she gets the blood. She whacks him with an axe right on his finger, which is also a cool Easter egg because did you not see what the axe looked like a little bit?
It looks a little bit.
It looks like the Batman logo, not our
But
current absolute Batman
yeah,
logo, but
it does look like. Yeah, I was gonna say it looks sort of like Batman's battle axe initially.
right. So
Yeah.
it looks very similar. So I thought that was a nice little thing. I don't know if it's an Easter egg or not, but it definitely looks like it. So she whacks it, she gets the blood, and then here's the extra gift. Um, and he's like giving a speech. Just this thing was beaten by Zeus and all these things, just hyping it up. And there's like lava, molting, whatever. And then out from it comes Pegasus, our lovely Pegasus, and that is his gift to her. He's like, "You walked up here, you climbed up here, you ain't about to climb down. You're gonna ride this bad boy back to where you came from." So, and she says stuff like, "I'm not worthy," whatever, playing into her heroic stuff, whatever. But she basically gets Pegasus from Prometheus, so we know where Pegasus officially comes from. She obviously is worthy of this gift since Prometheus has given it to her. And then that's basically it from the Prometheus story. She goes on her way. She leaves. I'm sure somehow Prometheus gets chained back up there. Poor guy. Probably hoping she comes back.
Zeus is
Um,
such a dick.
it's which made me think was this whole thing going to end with her taking out Zeus because Zeus is
Oh,
tired of this dude.
it's just God of War
It's
with a
just
witch.
yeah, it's just what are we doing here? So she tells that story to Hades. And then I think there's another piece left of it basically. So she tells another story, and she's like, "I killed a basilisk," and Harry Potter, and Hades like the last basilisk, and she's like, "Yeah, the last one," and she's like, Why would you do that?" And he's like, "Well, I didn't do it intentionally."
Because he called me a mudblood.
Well, yeah, that guy Zeus again is sending people after me, so he sent the basilisk after her. because he's a bad dude. This is tripping. Um, so she had to take out the basilisk, and she didn't do it, openly or freely. She was like, "Hey, I don't want to do this, but I got to. I got to protect myself." And so we all know the basilisk. If you look it in the eyes, you end up dead in the bathroom at Hogwarts. You don't want that.
Or you end up
So
like
just
Moaning
like
Myrtle.
no, don't want it. And so just like where she made everyone deaf, I guess, or they couldn't hear the sounds of the creature in the first arc. She makes herself blind. So the next thing I've already thought about this, someone's gonna make her eat something and she's gonna take her taste away. She'll be fine. And then if she meets up with Martian Manhunter, she won't be affected by the smoke because she can take her smell of the power of scent away, smell, whatever. Anyways, so she makes herself blind so she can fight the basilisk, but then also says that he is aware of smells, so she has to cover up her smell. Basically, she tricks it however she does. Really cool shots. Like we were talking about the artwork, how it looks good. The artwork changes. No, it doesn't change, but the colors are different with the basilisk. It's different colors. Everything's more blue and the red pops, but like the basilisk brings a bunch of other colors, so it's really cool. And
As I
just
say,
like
everything feels so like it's because of the blur. It really is. It's all the perception, the depth
right,
perception, like the way this art is done. It feels like it's kind of almost jumping out, like not fully 3D, but like more three dimensional than your typical book is.
right,
Yep.
it's really good. So
Yep.
she takes that axe. She cuts the basilisk in half. She's just cutting all monsters in half, and she basically tells the story. And there's a little banter going back with her with Hades, like about conservation. He was like, "Well, did you save anything?" She's like, "Well, yeah, we're like witches, man. We took all the venom and we took all the stuff. We weren't gonna waste it." Um, and then he like snaps back and was like, "How would you like if it was you for conservation or whatever?" So she's told the two stories, and then we're back to them. They're doing the little banter. She's got all her weapons out, and she's kind of like, she's talking back like she's got the upper hand here, and then all of a sudden Hades is like, "Well, you don't have the upper hand because I like to chain people up, and I got your mom, and she's now hanging above you." And so she's like, "Mother, yeah, she's done." And that was it. That was the end. That was a pretty straightforward book. She tells her stories. Great artwork. Hades got her mom, so now we know, and we know this is a two-story arc, I believe.
Yep.
So we know there's probably gonna
Just
be an
like
end.
Batman.
We're gonna
Just
see
like
what's gonna
Batman.
happen. She's gonna cut the mom down. They're gonna grab the lassos. They're about to get crazy with it. It's gonna be like kung fu in that bad boy because Hades done messed up. But there is like a little nice little after the book officially ends. I don't know if this is a bonus or it's actually part of the story or whatever, but it shows like a little images of I think it said
Little Diana. Little Diana.
little Diana, and she's doing her first transmogrification or whatever it's called. And so they're making things, and she made like a cute little bird, and her mom's like upset, like, "What are we doing here?" And then she runs off like, "Let's transform everything." And then there's some little beast thing. It's not a basilisk, but it seems like it's a big snake thing with a big mouth. She knocks it out. Then she opens his mouth, and there's a whole bunch of critters inside of it. It's kind of like Han Solo, the Millennium Falcon in Star Wars when they get inside that big thing. So that was like a little nice little ad, just a little cute, I guess, a little Diana,
Yeah.
and that was it.
She's a very kind person. Like
Yes,
she's very gentle.
yeah. When she's a
She's
kid, she's playful, she's
yeah.
kind, she's
Yeah.
whatever, which is an opposite of what's about to happen in this next issue. Because
Yeah,
she's
I think we're about to see some shit go down. I have this strange feeling that we may not have Cersei for very long. I just have
you
this.
think she's gonna get tapped out in this
I
one?
think she might. I think it might happen early. But I don't know. We'll see. I this just once again just backs up everything that we said. Every time we read an issue of this, we're like, there is not a person on Earth that could probably stand up to this Wonder Woman for very long. Period. Like I just don't understand. She's so flippin' powerful.
She is, and but I do hesitate because like I said, she's clearly felt like she's had the upper hand, and then seeing her mother,
Now she's
she whatever. But
ah
again, she still has all her stuff's in front of her, around her, so she has access to it. So I don't know what Hades is playing here. No one can grab. Clearly, no one can grab her lassos, so they ain't like they can take them from her. It's about to get crazy. I'm hoping like for a real like fighting issue, just her just going in
just
for a whole issue.
yeah yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to see her just throw down with this Hades because this Hades seems pretty cool. I like this
Well, he
version.
does seem full of himself as well, so it's not like he
Yeah.
doesn't have any tricks either. So
Yeah, yeah. This is neat. I just if you like mythology, they're really leaning into that early. And I know there's a lot of people who really do like mythology a lot, and so yeah, it's been a hell of a lot of fun, and um, yeah, I loved this. I loved every second of this. Such a fun read. So like engaging, like from page one to the last page, it's just like it just never stopped being good. It never stopped being worth going forward on, and no real lulls, nothing really that you had to sit here and be like, I don't know if I would have done that. Like it's just great. It's just
yeah,
really, really, really great. It's a great book. And I loved it. So you got two good ones this week, buddy.
I'm not disappointed. The draft has worked out well for me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think this one will probably just continue to be that it should not be under the radar. And I don't know how under the radar it really is, but it feels.
Well, we get to the top 20 books of the week. We'll see.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. So happy with both books this week, man.
Very happy.
Yeah,
First of all, let me go back to Martian Manhunter. Something I'm not, like I said, don't not very aware of and read on, but so I'm excited to be jumping into it. I'm digging it so far. The art of it is awesome. And then like this book, like the change up of the art's good. I love the cover. It might be my favorite cover of all the books.
it's sick.
It's so cool. It
Yep.
just doesn't have Pegasus. That's the only knock, I guess. But I think it's my
Pegasus.
favorite cover.
Okay, so here's the thing about the art. We keep talking about this art. I think the cover is the original artist is the
Yes.
mainline artist, and the cover's amazing. However, that Pegasus Resurrection, I feel like it wouldn't have been as powerful with the other art style. I think it popped
Yeah, I
way
agree.
more with this kind of
Well,
art.
with the rain
The
falling, I mean,
rain,
it's almost
like
like you can
the
touch it.
climb, the
It's
climbing up the mountain with the
yeah.
with the lightning blasting in from one side and like lighting up. It was just,
Well, and that's
it
what I
was
was saying.
good.
Like the art for what they're doing now
Yeah,
works, but I
yeah,
do appreciate the other art. Like I'm
yeah. I do
into it
too.
for when they're there. So like I do like so far how they've changed up. Some of the books have changed up in different areas.
Yep,
So I welcome that even more for
yep.
the other ones as well.
I agree. I agree. So, uh, they just keep hitting one after the other, and Martian Manhunter hit some big sales numbers too. So I think the last I heard it was at 140 on pre-sale. It hit some big sales numbers. So pretty cool stuff for them. But that's all we got for this week's books. So let's move to the release schedule.
What's that?
I added New Gods back in
Yeah,
this
you have
week.
to.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
part
yeah.
of it.
Sorry, yeah. And New Gods 5 looks interesting.
Have
But
you caught up? Have you caught up?
no, no.
Have I caught up? I think I read them all.
There was the one that came out last week.
I don't think I read that one.
Yeah, because we realized last week that it came out last week
Right.
during the show.
I got to read that one.
Yeah. So coming up next week, we've got Absolute Superman number 6 and Absolute Green Lantern number 1. So double duty for you, boy. Yay. And then the following week, we got Absolute Batman number 7. On April 16th, we got two books if you're reading New Gods, Absolute Flash number 2 and New Gods number 5. And then we have Absolute Wonder Woman number 7 coming out on the 23rd, as well as Absolute Martian Manhunter number 2 coming out on the 23rd. So double duty again for Mr. Phil over there. And then finally, the little wrinkle in the whole thing, Free Comic Book Day number 20, Free Comic Book Day 2025 All In DC Absolute Special coming out on the 3rd. So we got things happening,
That New Gods cover is awesome.
isn't it? It's the
Yeah.
same. It's kind of the same style that they've been doing them in, except they just brought in
Yeah.
the Justice League.
I like it.
Yeah, it's awesome. So that's the cover A for issue 5, and then that Green Lantern cover is one of the variants for issue 1. I did love the kind of black hands around her face.
What's above her head? The
Uh,
smoke? Is that smoke?
I think it's smoke.
Someone's gonna be sniffing it.
So yeah, really exciting. A lot of good stuff coming out. We are rapidly approaching that all in absolute special free comic book day book. It's coming quick, and that's going to be the big one. That's going to be the one that we're starting to see this first big sort of crossover thing start to get set up. So I don't know where it's going to happen though. I don't know because it, is it going to? I don't think it's going to incorporate every series, but it might. But I don't think so. I think it'll probably.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that's what's coming up. Anything crazy on here that you're
No, I mean you're gonna pull double duty, and then I got Big Boy Batman with Mister Freeze, and then you got Flash, the new gods. I got before whatever. Then I'm gonna pull double duty again. Wonder Woman better be taking Hades out, and then Martian Manhunter we'll get a little push the little story along a little bit.
Martian Manhunter? You're gonna need some psychedelics before the
Man,
next issue.
I wonder if they're gonna do stuff with the book like that every week, like
I don't
the
know.
a light
I don't know.
thing. Or if they're gonna
Feels
try to
like
keep doing that.
feels like for production purposes that wouldn't work. But maybe if they planned it out far enough,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, because well, we'll get into it in the news.
Okay.
But anyway, so that's the release schedule. So try to stay up on that. Try to keep up, and yeah, you won't fall behind on any of these things. So we just keep talking about the news, so let's get into the news. So here's the latest news. We got some aftermarket stuff for you guys. Love it. Love to see it. On Cover Price's weekly top 10 this week, we had nothing in the top 10 because Invincible rules everything.
Gonna be a bit.
TV rules everything. I mean, we've got a Daredevil book up here. We've got Invincible up here. We've got Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man up here. There's a lot. There's a lot of TV books up here. But if you move on down to the runners up, we get two visits. Two visits from the Absolute Universe. Coming in at number 12, it is Absolute Bat. No, it's not. It's Absolute Wonder Woman number one. And that kind of surprised me a little bit. But
She's kicking it.
she just keeps coming back. And top sale this week, I believe, was a 9.8 for 64.99. So pretty good number there.
TGC or Raw?
CGC.
I
I
was gonna
wish it was
say
Raw. I
Raw a
wish I
little
got like
more.
4 copies of that book. I kept
Mm,
buying it and forgetting about it.
mm.
um, and then at number 20, we have Absolute Batman number one. Top sale this week, CGC 9.8 for 99.99. So, 100
Good
bucks.
price.
Good price. Good price. Only going to go up, I think. So yeah, just no variants, no variants at all. Just 2 cover A's and good ones. Good ones at that. People are getting wise to this one. They are. They really are getting wise to this one. It's just a good book. So, yeah. Anything on there? Did you have anything in the top 10 this week or top 20?
Top 20. I had those two absolutes, and then of course Spawn, as always. And
Yep.
there was
Always
something
hanging around
else.
up there.
Spawn. What else was towards the end?
There's the Punisher. There's that Kingpin cover with
It might have just
the
been the Spawn.
yeah. We got the Omega Man First Lobo, Captain
I
Canuck.
gotta get that Spider Man. I gotta crack him by the Spider Man, dude. What am I doing?
That's a variant though. That's not the cover A. That's
Well, no,
yeah.
not the top. The other one. The one. There's a
Oh,
variant. There's two variants. There's one variant that's like crazy price, and then there's a variant without like the blur. Yeah, the number one,
the
not the number
comic
one.
bubbles. Yeah,
The number 11. I need to buy the one at number
yeah.
11.
That's a pretty great variant. Slab 9.8, 137. 137. And I really enjoyed that number, that one that came in at number 3, that World's Finest cover with Superman and Batman on it. Though that's a sick cover. That's a
It's a
good
good
one.
cover.
And the Daredevil at number 10, the Marvel Knights Daredevil, is pretty sick too. Not crazy expensive. Just look like they sold a lot, but really
Yeah.
great. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's gonna cover the aftermarket stuff for this week. So a lot of fun stuff going on there, and that is the first appearance of the fourth White Tiger, Angela Del Toro, in costume, and the first modern appearance of the Night Nurse, Linda Carter. So that's probably why that Daredevil book is up
Yeah.
there right now. So, alrighty. So that is all for the aftermarket. So let's talk about one more thing here, and it's about a book we just talked about, Martian Manhunter. Due to overwhelmingly positive response and physical sales, Absolute Martian Manhunter is now going to be extended to 12 issues. That's news to me because I didn't know it was limited to 6.
Same. I'd rather do the redraft.
Well, you know what? We'll figure it out. It'll be it. You know, we got 6 months. I'm sure something else will come up. But
Well, it'll
You
get
know,
extended, or they'll just drop a new character. Most likely, that's a year. We got a year. Well, it
yeah,
won't be a year, but
yeah,
6 months probably.
yeah. I mean, because you're getting six of this, so this will be, yeah. I mean, it'll be next year. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It'll be next year. We'll have to talk about it then. But so we are getting a full 12 issue run here, a full year run of Absolute Martian Manhunter. That is awesome. That comes directly from the man himself, Dennis Camp. So very cool. Very exciting and exciting for you. What say you, my man?
Double's better than not the double, so I'll take the 12 over the
Yeah.
six.
I think I would have been upset with six. I think that first issue didn't set up enough for it to only be a 6 issue series.
Yeah, but so that's kind of questionable. Like, what we doing? Did they have this 12 plan and like we'll just wait and see, and if it doesn't bombs,
Yeah, maybe they had like
we'll
a
know.
Cliff Notes version that they
I'm
were gonna
hoping
drop if
that's
it
the
didn't.
case.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good point. Yeah, but yeah, no, that's good stuff. I mean, I don't look for me. This is what this means. People want something new, right? Like that's it, and that's why this is working. That's why the Ultimate Universe is working. I mean, give Marvel their flowers. The Ultimate Universe is working. The Absolute Universe is working, really, really working. I mean, they're dominating. Both universes are dominating sales right now, and it just goes to show, and it should be a note to both of these companies that when you afford yourself the opportunity to take a risk, just do it. Because
Do it.
just just do it. Um, just do it. But no, like just go out there and change it up. Change it up because for me, I think that it is far too easy to pick up a book and if it looks like every other Superman book you've ever read, then it's just going to be another Superman book, right? If you pick up a Batman book and it just looks like every other Batman book you've ever read, then it's just going to be a Batman book. Great writing is great writing, but you have to have great writing and
I
I
want to experience something different with
right.
characters that we've already had. That's what's the key here for these like Ultimate and Absolute universes. Give us something different with those. Like Ultimate Wolverine, man, it is so good because it's just a different take on the character, but it uses things from like that we've had. So just you gotta do something different.
Yeah. Like Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man has been so fun. It's been fun. It's been one of the better books of that run and it's one of the few Marvel books that I read on a regular basis. Like I don't read a lot of Marvel on a regular basis unless it's something like, an arc that I'm hearing about that is important. Like there's not a lot of like continuous Marvel that I read. I have limited time, right? So like um I read obviously all the absolute stuff, and I read a few Marvel series, and I read a few indie series that I can here and there. But like, it's just impossible to read everything. But Ultimate Spider-Man is a book that I read regularly, and it's good. It's a great book. And I think that all of that has to go back to the fact that you can fundamentally change a character if you just say you're going to do it. Just say it. We're just literally going to restart this whole thing. We're starting from scratch. Different universe. Same rules do not apply anymore. We're going to just go for it. It's not going to be a one shot either. We're going to keep this thing going. And
Well, this
look,
one was almost a 6 shot.
it's true.
I'm glad they went to 12.
Yeah, same, same.
Wasted
So,
draft pick.
yeah, that is funny. That is funny because I was like,
Drafted a
I
guy
was
at 27, only got a couple years of his
Yeah,
prime.
yeah, them knees must not be doing too well. You drafted that guy in
No,
the first round, but them knees are on they're bone on bone.
uh, you have no cartilage.
But yeah, no, it's exciting, and I think there's no doubt about it that both companies are doing the right thing here. They're not they're not they're not tying one hand behind their back when it comes to the creative here. All right, well that's it. So yeah, there's just random cuts here and there, and that's just because we don't have any technical difficulties at all today. So thank you, internet service. Appreciate you for being rock solid 99.9% of the time. Shout out, thank you so much for dropping when I need you most. Uh, but yeah, no. So overall, really good week. I'm happy. We got some new stuff. Got some good news. Got some great stuff going on. We got Absolute Superman and Absolute Green Lantern. So we get one more new book next week. How cool is that? So that's fun. Great week, man. What you got coming up this week, though? You've been streaming, man. I've been on there. I've been on there.
Yeah, I've been getting back into a groove again. I've been man, Fortnite just comes and goes. You have one good day where you play really good, and then you come home and you're like, all right, I ain't doing nothing else. We're playing Fortnite because I played really good yesterday, and I've been playing really good recently. So I just want to keep playing because you lose it. You lose the gift, and then you stinking.
I've
So
never had it. I've never
well,
had it, so I don't know how that feels.
man, just come on in. We got room.
No, I'm garbage. I'm garbage.
God,
I'm
just
not
give
gonna
me
do.
that.
I'm not gonna do everything but be an anchor at this point.
We need a medic. Give me those med kits. Give me hold the extra sniper ammo for me. They
I
limit
used
me
to
to
be
51.
I used to do the medic thing in Battlefield, but the only problem was you had to shoot everybody and then bring people back. Um, but yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. That was probably the last shooter I played like heavily online was Battlefield 3 back in the day.
It's
It's
been a while.
been a while, yeah.
It's been a minute.
But it was fun. I used to love that game, man. But yeah, so that's all we got. I don't have anything crazy coming up. I'll be on the wrap up tonight with because it's Sunday. You guys won't get this until hopefully Wednesday, but you know how I am. You might not
Well,
get
if
it.
they
You
watch
might
this on
not.
Wednesday, go back and watch the wrap up.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll be on the weekly comic wrap up on Black Crown's channel tonight. Black Crown Comics, BLAKK Crown Comics, two K's, no C. But yeah. So we'll be hanging out with the dude Lando talking about FOC, aftermarket, all that good stuff, and probably have that fool on here at some point or another. I hope he listens to this because he can hear me call him a fool. And yeah, probably have him on here to come and give us his insight on the Absolute Universe because I know he is reading it as well. So if you're not reading it, you're missing out. And if you're not reading it, I'm not sure why you're listening to the show. This
I have
is
no
episode
idea.
14. It's pretty random. But you should start reading it. But thanks for hanging out if you're not. But no, yeah. So that's about all I got. Just doing the cover price thing as always every week. So you can come check us out over there doing the Shaker report coming out on Fridays. The Shaker show will be on Thursday. We also do the Tuesday night top 10 report where they cover the top 10 books that are sold. And so you always hear us reference the top 10 on the aftermarket stuff. That's where we get that from. So yeah, that's what we got going on. And then yeah, about race should be starting any minute now. So yay,
Yay.
time to lose some money. Nah, but all right,
It's always that time. It's
it's always that
Monday,
time.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
7 days a week,
2 a.m. in China. I'm losing it everywhere.
especially with baseball now. Oh man.
So
Anyway.
good. Just I have a dream.
uh,
Just give me that swing.
I'm just trying to get that Undertaker suite at WrestleMania this year. That's all I'm trying to do.
I'm doing home run parlay every day for the entire MLB season. I don't know how many days that is, but at the end of it, I
A
will be
lot.
0 for 200.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot. You're
we're
doing a
we're
one,
doing a we're doing a case study.
yeah, a home run parlay every day.
Yeah.
How many legs?
It depends on the games. At least 4 to 6. And
Gotcha.
I'm doing the same guys. Can I get these same guys, 4 to 6 guys, one day this season? All I need is one, and it'll
Yeah,
make
because
up. So
it'll make up for whatever you're putting in. That's for sure. So, well,
yeah,
good luck. Good luck. I wish you well in your endeavors.
this
And
is
yeah,
absolutely not a betting show, but
no, don't take our advice, or certainly don't
do
take my
not
advice.
do what I'm
Don't
saying.
take my advice here. But yeah, so all right, well, thank you guys so much for being back with us. Sorry about the few technical difficulties. Then you can call my ISP.
It was the smoke.
I'm just kidding. Don't call my ISP because they don't care. Because I called them and they don't care. But anyway, everybody have a great week. Go get some more comic books. Go find a Swamp Thing, but not before I do. And everybody have a great week. Thanks, bro. We'll see you next time.
Later.
Later.